China
China
denies
denies
flexing muscles
flexing
in
muscles
military
in
parade.
military parade.
Beijing denied
Beijing
last
denied
Tuesday
last
that a
Tuesday
huge
that a
military
huge
parade
military
planned for
parade
China's
planned for
70th
China's 70th
anniversary was a
anniversary
sign of the
was a
country
sign of the
flexing its
country
muscles.
flexing its
The country
muscles.
is ramping up
The country is
preparations for
wrapping
a
up
week's holiday from
preparation for a
October
week's
1,
holiday from
marking the day
October
the
1,
Chinese
marking the day
Communist
the
Party
Chinese
seized
Communist
control
Party
and
seized control
established
and
the People's
established the
Republic of
People's
China.
Republic of
At a
China.
press conference
At
in
a press
Beijing,
conference
a
in
defense
Beijing, a
ministry
defense
spokesman
ministry
unveiled
spokesman
more details
unveiled
about
more
the
details
upcoming
about the
parade and
upcoming
said that the
parade
strength of
and
the
said
Chinese
the
military
strength of
was a
Chinese
chance to
military was a
provide
chance
more
to
positive
provide
energy
more
for world
positive
peace.
energy for world
Tuesday's
peace.
military
Tuesday's
procession
military
through the center of
procession
the
through
capital
the
will
center
last
of the
80
capital will
minutes
last
and
18 minutes
showcase the
and
Army's
showcase
most
the
advanced
Army most
weaponry.
advanced
If the
weaponry.
Chinese Army
是吧？
婚姻你这放哪儿了？
我看见你拿到沙发那儿去了，至于你放在哪儿，我不知道。
displays weapons and equipment, then it is flexing its muscles. But if it doesn't display them, then it is opaque, said Senior Colonel Wu Qian, defense spokesman. In the past 70 years, the development and growth of the Chinese military has been obvious to all. We have neither intentions nor the need to flex our muscles through military parades. Around 15,000 members of the armed forces will march in the display, which will showcase around 580 pieces of military hardware, all domestically made. There will also be an anniversary show on Beijing's Tiananmen Square.
A sign of 表示什么什么的迹象、征兆。其实 sign 作为名词表示星座。那么你是什么星座？这个问题用英语你知道怎么问吗？There will also be an anniversary show on Beijing's Tiananmen Square. Domestically, 本国的本地的本国产品 domestically produced goods, domestically made, homegrown equipment, software, hardware. 就在沙发上，就在那个最大的沙发上。刚才，你自己再去找找吧，在那两个靠背中间。在最大的那个沙发上，两个靠背中间，我最后一次看见他就是在那。Hardware, march, 行进，齐步走，示威游行，抗议游行。Soldiers were marching up and down outside the government buildings. An estimated 5,000 people marched through the city to demonstrate against the factory closures. They marched 20 miles to reach the capital. March. Around 15,000 members of the armed forces will march in the display, which will showcase around 580 pieces of military hardware, all domestically made. In the past 70 years, the development and growth of the Chinese military has been obvious to all. We have neither intentions nor the need to flex our muscle through military parades. If the Chinese army displays weapons and equipment, then it is flexing its muscles. But if it doesn't display them, then it is opaque, said Senior Colonel Senior Colonel Wu Qian, Defense Spokesman. 句子出现两个 if 条件状语从句，主句都用了 then 这个副词 ，but 表示转折的连词连接起来。Said Senior Colonel Wu Qian 是倒装结构 ，Defense Spokesman 由逗号分开的同位语成分。Senior Colonel Senior 级别高的 Senior Office a Senior Office 高级军官 Senior Colonel opaque glasses opaque ties non-transparent 不透明的。If the Chinese army displays weapons and equipments, then it is flexing its muscles. But if it doesn't display them, then it is opaque, said Senior Colonel Wu Qian, defense spokesman. Weaponry 总称 machinery 总称某一类或某国某组织的兵器、武器。Weapons regarded collectively. The festival was a showcase for young musicians. Over 500 original documents dating back to the 18th century are displayed in showcases. Over 5 original documents dating back to the 18th century are displayed in showcases. The festival was a showcase for young musicians. The festival was a showcase for young musicians. The festival was a showcase for young musicians. Showcase 展示本领或才华的优良品质的场合。Showcase 展示展现。She wants to showcase African American literature. Display 显示表现陈列。Exhibit
你被打脸。
怎么了？啊，你去洗澡啊？
我想走出